Wait a second.
Why?
Aiman, why did you take my seat? I believe I sat there the last time we did a podcast together, the most. But yeah, I did join the pertandingan hias basikal.
Wow.
And my father insisted me to join, and I was like, yeah, it's okay for the experience. I'll join. I joined. The one is Kerana Malaysia.
Yeah, and mine would be sehati sejiwa.
Sehati sejiwa, guys.
Yes.
Sejiwa sehati. Okay. And
Even though we are going to teach English, that does not mean that we are neglecting the importance of loving our nation or the importance of loving the language, the Malay language itself. Because some people think that by empowering these students with English, that would mean these students will dismiss the importance of understanding or learning bahasa Melayu, which is not the case at all. They do not know, they don't recognize them, which is really
state flats like Terengganu, Kelantan.
yeah, Terengganu, Kelantan. One of them said Perak to the Terengganu flag, which is
Guys, the
those
colour.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Did you
miss us?
'Cause
'Cause we miss you.
Well, by any chance, do you still remember us? And if you don't, it's completely okay. Okay, I am Muhammad Aiman, and I will be your moderator for today. And this is
Ainsha. My name is Ainsha, and I will be your panelist for today's podcast. Woo! Wait a second.
why?
Aiman, why did you take my seat? I believe I sat there the last time we did a podcast together.
Well, wouldn't it be nice if we get to experience a change? Like rethinking our thoughts. So today, I will be the moderator instead.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Sometimes we need to change. Sometimes we need to move on. And that's what we're doing for today's podcast. Rethinking Merdeka celebration to shape a Madani nation.
Yep. So, shall we start now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so good morning again, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast for today. And today's topic is going to be really, really exciting.
Yeah.
Since I have been wanting to talk about this topic for a really long time. I've been eager to talk about it.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're very patriotic.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
So, we gather today to rethink the Merdeka celebrations in shaping a Madani nation. Okay? Well, it seems like a heavy topic, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to start really lightly. It is just like a warm up to set the vibe
Set the
first.
vibe.
So let's talk about our experiences first.
Yeah.
So Ainsha, when talking
Okay.
about your experiences, your Merdeka celebrations during your school days, what stands out the most to you?
Talking about school days makes me feel old, but I think during my school years, especially in primary school years, I remember like a lot of things during the Merdeka celebration itself. So I remember singing, joining competitions, mostly singing because that's the part where I think I remember the most and I cherish the most. But yeah, I did join the pertandingan hias basikal.
Wow.
And my father insisted me to join, and I was like, yeah, it's okay for the experience. I'll join. I joined the competition, and then I joined it together with my cousins, my other two cousins, because we went to school at the time with bicycles. And although we didn't win anything, but I don't regret any moment. I think it was a truly memorable experience
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
really a core memory to you.
Core memory, yeah. And then for my secondary school, I remember singing a lot with my friends, songs, patriotic songs like Jalur Gemilang, Kerana Malaysia, Warisan, Sejahtera Malaysia. Do we have Sejahtera Malaysia? I don't think we have. That's just my favorite one. But among all those, I think my favorite one is Kerana Malaysia.
Yeah, and mine would be sehati sejiwa.
Sehati sejiwa, guys.
Yes.
Sejiwa sehati. Okay. And then I don't think because that's it all about about Merdeka, because it's a normal thing that we do annually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all for me.
Well, you mentioned about pertandingan menghias basikal.
Yeah.
And I think that is really one of the most classic events,
Core
classic
memory.
programs at Malaysian schools,
Yeah.
right? So, and actually regarding that, I have a really funny story, you know?
Okay. Yes,
So,
okay.
back then I wanted to participate in that
Oh.
competition. But however, I did not know how it was done. You know, usually for those who don't know, for context, these students, they will decorate their bicycles first at home beforehand, and then they will show up to their school with the fancy bicycles.
With the purity
I did not know that. So what I did was I brought my decoration stuff to my school, wanting to decorate my bicycle there.
But the bicycle is bare.
Yes.
No
So
decoration.
when the teachers called upon us, the ones who wanted to participate, I straight away decided not to partake at all because I was so embarrassed. But still,
No, it's okay.
It was a core memory to me.
Core memory, guys. Yeah.
So I guess we are done
Yeah.
talking about school celebrations during Merdeka. So what about we talk about during the current time? So Aisha, what or how is it like to experience Merdeka celebrations at IPG?
IPG.
Yeah.
Although it has only been 2 years of my time in IPG, but I believe Merdeka celebrations are very different here. Because I still remember doing absolutely nothing at home on August 31st because it's a national holiday. Of course we stay at home. Of course we just chilling, watching Netflix, maybe doing some school homeworks. But here we actually got to celebrate like the real day,
Yeah,
like
to the
31st
fullest.
August. Yeah, to the fullest. For example, we have a thing called Malam Ambang Kemerdekaan, which is this Saturday for this year, and I enjoyed last year Malam Ambang very much because I've got to celebrate it with my friends. We got to watch fireworks like at the right time of 12 a.m. August 31st. Like, how can you
Yeah.
find that in any other places?
Yeah.
We got to celebrate together, and then I also joined a band called Under the Lens, and then I sang Sehati Sejiwa, your
Yeah.
favorite song.
My favorite song.
Yeah, your favorite patriotic song, together with Hamad, Ili, and then all the other band members. And it's just another core memory, but it's really different because I got to celebrate it together with my friends instead of my family members. Although I'm a little bit sad, but I have my friends, so it's okay.
Yeah. So basically, you said you did nothing back in the day, but now you
Yeah.
you celebrated Merdeka to the fullest, which means you did rethink Merdeka celebration in shaping yourself as a Madani.
One of the Madani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
one.
yeah, and also I still remember how good you sounded like that night.
Stop it.
The band did
Thank you.
a really great job. To me, when I was listening to those songs,
Yeah.
I felt like, wow, I am a really proud Malaysian. I'm proud to be
Yeah,
Malaysian. Yeah.
Actually, I have a story about that because while I'm singing like the lyric Mi iso ginabo kita dekat mujo in Sehati Sejiwa, my friends who were also listening told that there were people, especially who come from Sabah and Sarawak, told like to themselves, talk among themselves, oh, I miss my home. When I was singing those particular lyrics, and I was just like, oh, thank you. I mean, like, I think I brought like a sense of belonging for them here, even though they cannot celebrate it at home together with their family. Yeah, here it's also okay. It's okay to be homesick. It's okay.
Yeah, so
We're
basically
together.
that means these initiatives or these programs that have been done by schools, by institutions, or even universities are really impactful in making us Malaysians who actually love our nation,
Yeah.
in making us Malaysians who actually want to contribute something to the country, to our beloved nation.
Yes.
Just simply by singing, you are able to inspire others. You are able to make people love the nation even more.
Yes.
So actually, without us realizing, these experiences have brought us to an idea, which is the idea of Madani itself. And for those who don't know, Madani basically is a framework that emphasizes sustainability, compassion, innovation, and also respect. So, Ainsha, how do you think Merdeka can actually reflect these values, the Madani values? How do you think?
You mentioned about sustainability.
Yeah.
You mentioned about compassion, respect, and innovation.
Yeah.
So I believe all of those aspects are really important because we are living in the actual truth. We are living to move forward, not to just reminisce the past. So basically, Merdeka with Madani is about balancing between two needs, which are traditional and also modern needs. Of course, we need to remember the true fighter spirits of our old days when when they tried to gain our independence, our country's independence. They have given their blood, sweat, tears, and even their lives to make our country. Just like right now, without them, we wouldn't even be here doing this podcast.
Yeah.
We would be still colonized and maybe just close-minded, not like everybody else. But the least thing that we could do for these fighters that have fought for us back in the days is to just live every day to the fullest. Do not take anything for granted. Just enjoy every moment and be passionate, because you said about compassion, right? Be passionate like with everything that you do every day, because life is short. And then we need to bring Malaysia into the outer world more.
Yep.
We need to make Malaysia something grand and bring that name into recognition that we actually deserve.
Yeah.
So Madani is all about looking forward.
Yeah.
But at the same time, these traditional needs that we have to remember, for example, Tunku Abdul Rahman, Tun Hussein On, and all of the fighter spirits that had fought for us back in the days, we still need to remember that. So for now, I think they would be proud of us if we could just make Malaysia
A more developed.
a more developed country and put Malaysia to where
it deserves.
it deserves.
Yeah. That is really well said, Ayansha. I
Thank
totally
you.
agree with you. So basically, we need to rethink how we
Rethink,
celebrate
yeah.
Merdeka. And also, to me, aside from rethinking Merdeka celebrations, I think some people should also rethink their conservative perceptions on how they view schools, like Merdeka celebrations at school. For example, some of the competitions that have been done at schools might seem trivial to them. Basically, these people, they would underestimate the importance of doing these programs. For example, coloring or drawing competitions might seem unnecessary to them. Well, actually, they overlook many aspects. For example, just simply by drawing the jalur gemilang, they are able to recognize the Malaysian flag. They are able to tell how many stripes there are in jalur gemilang, how
Because
many
everything it has like
the meanings,
Yeah, 14
and also the corner
states.
of the star, and they are able to know the colors and everything. Because yesterday I just watched a TikTok video on my FYP. Basically, there is this one guy who interviewed people in public, and he asked about the state flags in Malaysia, and many of them do not know about state flags. Like they don't recognize them, which is really
State flags like Terengganu, Kelantan.
yeah, Terengganu,
Oh.
Kelantan. One of them said Perak to the Terengganu flag, which is
Guys, the
those
colours
are
are
really
different.
two
Oh, okay,
different flags,
understand.
right? Okay, so that is why this kind of initiatives are really important to be implemented at schools. And also, once again, when the students color the characters, they are able to tell, they are able to move beyond stereotypes. They are able to know the color of the skin tones, like Indians, Chinese. So they won't think that, they will realize that yeah, Malaysian.
yeah.
Malaysia is a multicultural country.
Multicultural country,
Okay.
multiracial country.
Yeah. So so to those people who said that, why don't you rethink the purposes and values?
And then I want to add a little bit more because I think we can just have this patriotism inside of it, just truly absorb the real meaning of Jalur Gemilang.
Yeah.
Because everything here has symbol, especially when we celebrate it at school. Younger generation will truly know Jalur Gemilang, and this is the simplest thing that they can learn about Merdeka. So for
Red means bravery.
bravery, white means purity.
Yeah.
And then blue means unity.
Yeah, unity.
Unity, I'm sorry. And then the yellow means
Kedaulatan. Yeah.
royalty.
Royalty.
And then it's just simply by Jalur Gemilang, and then just rethink about
Yeah.
doing the unnecessary. What do you mean? It's necessary. It's essential. So
Yeah. So right now, what about we go deeper? Okay. So
more?
Yeah, more deeper.
Deeper.
So
Okay.
Ainsha, what does Merdeka actually mean to you, especially as a future teacher?
Mean to me as a future teacher, yeah. Okay, so I think Merdeka, as a future teacher, I want my students to feel free to express themselves. Not in a bad way, but of course in a good way. Because Merdeka itself in general is not only political independence, but also about how people has this freedom of speech, but not too free. Also has like their own ways of thinking of how can they actually understand certain things. So I want that for my students. I want, when I enter a classroom, I want them to be able to answer my questions with their own ideas, with their own ways of thinking. Because at the end of the day, I will just appreciate every kind of answer, even though they answer the question wrong. I wouldn't just critique them because it's their own ways of thinking. So I will just correct them and just tell them that it's okay, you will make a mistake, it's okay, I will help you. Because I want that kind of bravery instead of them to try. Because they can try. That's the freedom that I'm trying to adapt to them. And then when it comes to learning English, of course, some people think that it's unnecessary to learn English because it's a colonized language. Actually, we need to learn English because English is our second language, and it's very important to make especially youth to think that it's not a burden to learn English. It's a thing that we need to rethink because I don't think that a lot of people actually know that English is crucial in this modernized world, especially when a lot of people have like social media platforms to do these things, but when it comes to English, they I don't know how to speak English, I'm sorry. But I want them to be able to speak at least just basic, and then just through Merdeka is not when my students feel being caged. I want them to feel independent.
What
Yeah.
a well-structured answer,
Thank
Ainsha.
you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, especially as future English teachers, right?
Yeah, future English
even though we are going to teach English, that does not mean that we are neglecting the importance of loving our nation or the importance of loving the language, the Malay language itself. Because some people think that by empowering these students with English, that would mean these students will dismiss the importance of understanding or learning Bahasa Melayu, which is not the case at all. I think this is the main reason why we are doing this podcast for today. These people need to rethink because wouldn't it be better if many Malaysians know how to speak in English and they can make our nation proud and they can make Malaysia a more developed country. They can make Malaysia thrive globally. Because loving our nation does not only involve appreciating the heroes' sacrifices in the past, but it is also about continuing the sacrifices. For example, by making our nation proud, or also by make Malaysia thrive in the future.
Yeah, make Malaysia strive
And we
in the
can
future.
do it, and we can do that by learning English, because it is the international language, and we can make Malaysia more well known in the future.
Yeah.
To a more to the higher stage. Okay, so Aisha, let us move to the last question. It is already the last
Last question already?
Yeah, it feels like we.
This topic is very serious, so
Yeah.
I'm afraid let's go.
So once again, as a future teacher, what changes would you suggest to make Merdeka celebrations more meaningful?
What changes?
Yeah.
I'm nobody, but what I would suggest is that if we can integrate Merdeka concept into the syllabus instead of just having the students celebrate it only for one day and then that's it. That's the end of the day. That's it, everyone. Okay, and then tomorrow we'll go to our basic class because I don't think that's effective. Although in the Merdeka Day itself, for example, if they celebrated it during the August 31st, the day itself, or celebrate it, and then some students might join competitions like colouring, as you said, pertandingan hias basikal, but some students might not join any competition and they don't have this same experience like any other students that have joined the competition. So what I suggest is that we want every student to be involved when it comes to Merdeka itself. So how about we integrate the Merdeka concept itself into the syllabus? For example, if I'm going to teach later the English subject, I would teach about vocabulary, but if it's during the month, I will teach about Merdeka themed vocabulary. For example, like maybe jaluk gemilang, the color blue, yellow, red, white, and then all the things that is related to Merdeka. Because I think that's more effective rather than just celebrate it in one whole day. Because we have one whole month. Why not we just use the time to the fullest? And then basically during the times where we integrate the Merdeka into the syllabus, they are not going to learn only about academic things. They will try to live in the spirit of Merdeka every day in the classroom. Yeah, just when they decorate the classroom itself, why don't we just learn Merdeka things? Because the classroom is very Merdeka themed. But when we learn, it's just all about facts. How about in that month we rethink our lesson plan, and then we integrate the Merdeka concept. So this way students just don't wave flags, but they live in the spirit of unity and just the spirit of rethinking this kind of celebration.
Yeah, really well said.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aisha.
After all you have said, all those things, let me say it to you. Everything that you have said just now, well said, Aiman.
Oh, thank you too. So
Well
basically,
said, yeah.
Since we have come to an end, this podcast has come to an end. Thank you, and to conclude, rethinking Merdeka celebration is not only about changing the way we celebrate Merdeka, but it's also about embodying the Madani values, to shape a Madani nation. And that is how we shape a nation that is truly independent. Yeah, I guess that is it for our podcast for today, right?
Aww.
So and we have our jalur gemilang here.
Don't forget to get your own jalur gemilang too, guys.
Yeah, show your patriotism, guys.
Yes.
Okay, so let's wave to show that we are actually proud of being Malaysians. Okay, guys, rethink Merdeka celebrations to shape
a Madani nation. So
happy.
Let's hope we get to see each other again soon with a different topic.
Of course. Who knows that we are going to be
If
seeing
you
again.
have us again, we would be honored to
Alright.
do another one. So 1, 2, 3. Happy Independence Day, everyone.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Saya anak Malaysia. Saya anak Malaysia. Saya anak Malaysia. Saya anak Malaysia. 纪念，在8月31，我们抬头。
Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe our channel. Bye!